Now, I'm pretty sure you've heard of the seven wonders of the world, but did you know that most of them are totally gone? Yeah, we're talking about ancient monuments that were mind-blowing back in the day and are now just history. Today, we're going to be digging into what happened to the OG world wonders, why they were so impressive, and how they met their unfortunate end. Alright, let's start with the basics. When people talk about the seven wonders of the world, they're usually referring to a list from way back in ancient Greece. This list was like a top hits playlist for world travelers back in the day, full of the biggest and most impressive monuments around. But here's the kicker. Out of all seven, only one of them is still standing. Just one. So what actually happened to the other six? Now, first up, we have the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. This is the OG wonder, the only one that's still around. Built over 4,500 years ago, it was originally covered in smooth white limestone that would sparkle in the sun, like some kind of ancient bling. Time and, well, people eventually stripped it of its layers, but the main structure is still there. And get this, for about 4,000 years, it was the tallest structure in the world. That's no small feat. Then there's the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Now, this one's a bit controversial because historians aren't even sure it actually existed. It was supposed to be this insane terraced garden in ancient Babylon, modern day Iraq, with like waterfalls, exotic plants, and all that. But there's no solid evidence of it. Some people think it might have been a myth or, just some ancient bragging rights or something. Next up, we've got the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus in what's now Turkey. This temple was destroyed, rebuilt, and then destroyed again. And each time it got a little crazier. At one point, it was massive with over 100 columns, but eventually raiders and the rise of Christianity led to its sort of final destruction, and today there's only a single column left. Pretty wild stuff so far, right? If you're enjoying this trip through history, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and ring the bell so you won't miss any more amazing stories about lost legends. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, now let's talk about the statue of Zeus at Olympia. Now picture this, a giant statue of Zeus sitting on a throne covered in gold and ivory, just towering over everybody. This thing was in a temple in Greece, and people traveled from literally all over just to see it. Now, sadly, a fire destroyed it, and now we only have descriptions and small depictions left to sort of imagine what it was like. Then there was the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, built as a tomb for King Mausolus in what's now Turkey. Ever wonder where the word mausoleum comes from? Yeah, it's because this place. It was stacked with sculptures and grand decorations, but earthquakes and looters over the years pretty much just erased entirely from existence. Next up, the Colossus of Rhodes. Imagine a bronze statue as tall as the Statue of Liberty standing over the entrance to a port in ancient Greece. This thing was epic, but it didn't last long. Now, a massive earthquake hit, statue collapsed. Now, the people of Rhodes thought it was, bad luck to rebuild it, so the remains stayed there for centuries before, eventually it was scrapped. And finally, we have the Lighthouse of Alexandria, which is on the island of Pharos in Egypt. This thing was massive, just like the other things that we talked about, and it lit the way for ships sailing into the harbor of Alexandria. It even survived several earthquakes, but then over time, it just couldn't hold up, took too much of a beating. Now, by the 1300s, it was completely gone, absolutely lost to history. Now, even though we can't see most of these wonders today, they've left a massive mark on history and culture. I mean, I took the time out to research this, made this video that I hope other people will be inspired by. They represented the best of human ambition and creativity. From enormous tombs to towering statues, they were pretty much proof that people have always loved pushing the boundaries. And hey, while most of them are gone, we still get to imagine what they were like. And honestly, it's pretty cool, right? So what do you guys think? Which of the lost wonders would you want to see if you could travel back in time? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe I'm pretty sure, for more stories like this. There's a lot more history waiting to be uncovered. Catch you the next time. Stay curious.